Heyo everybody, Haku here with 34 Jump Week Part 2. For this one we have Witch Watch Chapter 32, Ayakashi Triangle Chapter 62, Neru Way of the Martial Artist Chapter 12, and Blue Box Chapter 23. The first part of this was really great, so yeah, it's gonna be great to move on into the second part. A ton of these series that I'm really ready to get into. I'm trying not to say, oh, I'm so excited to read, if you can't tell, like I do at the beginning of every video. But it's so easy to just have a generic intro. Like, I don't know. Let's just get into reading Witch Watch. Starting off with Witch Watch Chapter 32, let's see where the story goes now that, yeah, once again, we have Keiko as part of the household. We're starting off with, that's not Nemu, but they look kind of similar. Hi Nico, it's your turn to be on duty this week, right? Here's the class journal. Great, thanks. Suzuka Kiyomiya. She's pretty, polite, and proper as the daughter of a well-to-do traditional family. She's smart and friendly too. You can't say anything bad about her. I kinda secretly idolize her. I'm sure she's Moe's type, elegant and cultured. Man, I wish I could be like her. I'm sure she's good at everything too. Singing, cooking, calligraphy. And then she opens the handout. Her handwriting is terrible. I'm clumsy at everything. Really? That's surprising. I figured you for the hyper-competent type. I've had so many lessons since I was little, so I have a lot of book knowledge, but that's all. I can't really do anything properly. Chapter 32, the tea ceremony is a piece of cake. When I try calligraphy, it looks like some sort of demonic sigil. My attempts at ikebana apparently look like insects from the netherworld. And when I... Okay, that's funny. And when I perform traditional Japanese dances, my teacher says I look like a possessed marionette. So it's all horror. How come they all get compared to demonic things? I made this bento lunch for myself too, but it looks tasty, especially the fried chicken. That's supposed to be fried shrimp. How'd you manage to do that? Then, what you want to ask me is, please, Nico, use your magic to make me competent at things. I'll give you lots of money if you can. Why, you're even awkward at asking for help. I'm sorry, Kiyomiya, but there isn't really a spell for that. Even if there were, all my spells are temporary at best. Temporary is fine. See, my grandma is my tutor. She's really strict. She said she's going to test me on my tea ceremony skills this weekend. Your tea ceremony skills, huh? That requires a lot of precise and measured motions. Right, and if I fail, she says she'll give me even more lessons. I already lose so much of my free time to lessons, I don't want to lose more. There isn't a spell that makes that'll make a person competent, but... Moi, hold out your hand. You too, Kiyomiya. Synclone. Okay, Moi, you raise your hand, of course, because we have hyper-competent Moi. What? She's copying my movements? Yep, that's the spell. The day of your test, I'll cast it on your whole body. Moi will sit in another room and control all your movements. You want me to master the tea ceremony? With the help of the Tea Ceremony Club, along with some independent study from videos and books, Morihito learned quite a bit. He's seriously impressive every time. Saturday, the Kiyomiya Estate. Kiyomiya's test is tomorrow. We can fit in a few dry runs today. We're allowed to use this room, so let's start by marking out the tea room dimensions with painter's tape. You're really going all out for what's basically a proxy test. Keigo, could you get the right gadget? Yep, a pair of glasses with a camera in them. They'll broadcast the image via Wi-Fi to your phone, so you'll see exactly what she's seeing. Not gonna use magic for that part, huh? Nico, oh, hi Kiyomiya. Let's hurry and get to rehearsing, okay? About that, my grandma had time in her schedule, so she came early. She wants to do the test right now. Now we have the grandmother. Do we seriously have to do this whole thing cold? We have VR headset Moi. I love this setup. Do you understand why we're doing this, Suzuka? It'd be an embarrassment if a daughter of the Kiyomiya family were incapable of passing this test. Moi, answer her. What? Our mouths are synced too? What? Our mouths are synced too? She says. The grandma looks confused. Suzuka, Don't say anything you don't have to. Just nod and say, yes, Grandma. Yes, Grandma. Dang it, this is way too hard to pull off without any practice. Honestly, you're such a clumsy, careless child. Why, when I was your age, my tutors were far stricter than I am. Yes, Grandma. Well, you may think this is pointless now. Later in life, you'll be grateful for what you learned. Yes, Grandma. Once you're an adult, you'll find that proper manners are the grease that keeps society functioning. Yes, Grandma. Is my lecture boring you, girl? Yes, Grandma. Boy, try to read the room better. Oh, geez. Anyway, we'll start with entering a tea room properly. Begin. Then, opening the door. In the tea ceremony, opening the door is a 3-step process. First, use the handle to open the door a few inches, then slide your hand down the edge of the door until it's about 9 inches above the floor, and open the door halfway. Finally, switch hands and slide the door open the rest of the way. Okay, place my hand on the handle, on the handle, on the handle. Just struggling. Is she a cat? Thinks the grandmother. Suzuka, what's the matter? Why aren't you coming in? You're frightening me with all this scratching. And then, powerful opening. Oops, I opened it all the way in one motion. You can do it, Otagi. Entering the room. To enter the room, slide forward on your knees in a motion called nijiru. First, I pick up my fan and place it slightly forward. Next, place both fists on the floor and lift myself upward and scoot forward. And we just have, again, this super powerful Moi just lifting her entire body up. She's hopping around like one of those little frog toys. Morihito's using enough strength to lift his weight, but he's heavier than Kiyomiya, so all that extra oomph is translating over way too much. Geez, this spell gets all kinds of mushy in the details, says Nico. Tasting the tea cakes. First, bow to the neighboring seat. Then, humbly accept the plate. Take the folded paper from your kimono and place it in front of your knees with the fold facing inward. Then, put a single tea cake on it. Okay, Morihito got this part down pat. The tea cake is Rakugan. Okay, we'll go with a chewy cookie for our replacement. It's about the same size. And then, oh, because it's chewy, he's chewing like way too fast for her. It's just all sorts of crunching. My word, are you alright, Suzuka? Yikes, she's choking up a storm. Dude, Rakugans are dry as crap. Don't scarf him down like a chewy cookie. You were the one who gave me that cookie. What did you expect? Boy's reacting. What was that look? Are you in your rebellious phase? Thank you for making the tea. Drink the tea. Pick up the teacup from the side with your right hand and support it from the bottom with your left. Give the cup a quarter turn clockwise twice so that the front of the cup is away from you. I can't see where her mouth is, so I'll just have to give it my best guess. Drink slowly in several distinct sips. Savor each mouthful with respect. Drink the last sip with an audible slurp. That was very delicious. You've gotten it all over your face. How'd you even manage to do that? Wipe the rim of the cup with your fingers. Never mind the rim of the cup, wipe your mouth. Now is not the time for appreciation. Wipe your mouth, please. It looks like Kinnikuman's and it's very disturbing. You fail. Ah, what did you expect? You clearly have no understanding or appreciation for learning proper conduct. In the arts, both cultural and martial, there's meaning in every motion. No act is frivolous. Truly elegant, truly purposeful movement comes from the heart. Learn from the motions, understand them, then replicate them. Being able to perform the correct motion consistently at any time and in any circumstance is important. You clearly need to relearn the most basic lesson from the beginning. B. The correct answer is yes, young lady. No, hornet. What? Yeah, hornet. I can't tolerate hornets. Do I go in there to help? No. Firefly, trap, ogre Kigong. Firefly, trap. Later, Setsuko Kiyomiya would say that she'd seen the most elegant motion in the world that day. So yeah, that elegant motion at the end, and the fact that we saved her from a hornet, convinced Grandma I still have promise. She rescinded the failing grade she gave me. But now I have a test coming up on my koto playing, which my teacher says sounds like a devil sing-along. Like a devil sing-along. Otogi, can I ask you to master the koto for me? I respectfully refuse. Which Watch is so good. It's been interesting going back to these slice of life chapters. So it's kind of like back to the old Witch Watch. Of course, I loved the serious character heavy arc we got, but this was really fun. This was really, really fun. Especially some of the jokes really, really landed to me. But yeah, I suppose that's it for Witch Watch. Now let's head on over to Ayakashi Triangle. Next up, we've got Chapter 62 of Ayakashi Triangle. So let's go. I'm super. Gosh, I'm kind of say I'm excited to read. Of course I am. I hate that I say that at the beginning of like everything, but it just flows so naturally. So yeah, let's read Chapter 62. Oh yeah, we have Garaku turning on them, but I don't think it's a permanent thing. Or like, even if he's working for the Jinyo, I don't think that he's going to actually try to seriously harm them. Because like, he's still not a bad guy, I don't think. Garaku, are you going to side with Shadow Mei even though you know she's a Jinyo? She may be Shadow Mei, but my love is blind when it comes to Mei Hirasaka. And now we have nice frontispiece. Chapter 62, Artist Curse Jutsu. Alright. Art reflects reality jutsu. Wind God. Whoa, Matsuri. And Matsuri gets blown away, I think? He suppresses my wind, yet uses Wind God against me. He's really trying to rub it in. It's no use, I can't even cause a breeze. I can't release the cone power I've built up inside. I have to do something. I need to wash off. His jutsu is strong, but it should be weak against water. And then the water spigot gets destroyed by a bolt of lightning. Thunder God. Man, the art's actually really, really good. It usually is for Ayakashi Triangle, but I'm liking these panels. We have more lightning attacks and wind attacks. Whoa, you're still weak, Matsuri. Doesn't it feel so sad to be powerless? May judged you to be an annoying bug, so I'll squash you in her stead. And now we have full power Shirogane coming in. Shirogane? What, your original form? It's a fake out full transformation jutsu. Now Suzu! And she uses the origami. She used origami to cancel art reflects reality. And she's rushing in. Impressive, Suzu. But you've come too close. Let me scare you a bit. And... Oh, it was a clone. It was the Omokage distraction. And she takes out the brush. Matsuri saved me so many times before. Man, Suzu fighting is hype. Now it's my turn to protect Matsuri. She used her Omokage as a decoy. Is she unconsciously using the same strategy Mei used? Great job. You're the hero in rescuing her hero. I'll take the loss for today. Come back, Garaku, and then Shirogane. Don't go chasing after him now, you fool. Darn it. I made Suzu protect me. Oh man, they got the best of me, and destroyed my favorite brush. But Artist Curse Jutsu permeates into the skin, no matter how much how much of the ink you wash off. Matsuri won't be able to use wind for a while. In the meantime, I'll help you heal. I feel better already. Thanks, Garaku. Maybe deep down, you didn't want to kill Matsuri Kazumaki? My brush is for painting. I'd prefer not to taint it with blood. Heh. Sure, I'll buy that story for now. I thought of something else anyway. Hinojiki, here's your chance to show me you're not junk after all. Go ahead and obliterate Matsuri Kazumaki. Interesting. Oh well. Like I've mentioned before, though, I don't really care for Hinojiki. I feel like Hinojiki was so evil at first that I'm, like, not even willing to, like, suspend the benefit of the doubt. I'm just like, screw this guy, I don't care. Don't try to make me feel sorry for Hinojiki. So yeah, I guess that's where I'm at. Really cool fighting. I'm surprised it was that quick to read, even though it was mostly action. But there were some great panels in there. And like I mentioned, just the fighting style, I think Suzu is maybe even more exciting to watch fight than Matsuri is. Just the style of it, I think, is really interesting. But yeah, that would be it for this chapter. Gonna move on to Neru now. Now we've got chapter 12 of Neru, Way of the Martial Artist. It'll be interesting to see how things are going to go with Neru now with his new roommate, who I'm really excited to learn more about, and just more of these characters in general, and how the story is gonna follow the specialization in all these different weapons. But we'll just have to see. Either way, let's start reading. There are two types of matches at Amato. Unofficial matches that the students organize spontaneously, and matches with judges and scores that influence your grades and ranking, aka official matches. As a fundamental rule, only real weapons can only be used in official matches. Students who want to hold an official match must submit an application and signed agreements to a teacher by the day before the match. Shoot, this sucks. I've been at this school for a week now and nobody wants a match with me. And we have skill 12 moving forward. And we have all of these characters reacting to him. I've asked everyone I know, and it'd be weird to just ask a total stranger. Strong fighters I'm curious about, but the one I'm most curious about is, and we have Akabe. He's been like that since after spring of his second year. Some say it's because he got injured in a match. Oops. There goes. And then this guy grabs the paper. You're applying for a match. A third-year student. Upperclassmen won't usually agree to a match with first-year students. If they win, they don't go up in rank, and if they lose, it's embarrassing. Oh, that makes sense. Are you the type who avoids real weapons? No. Tee, then there's no problem. I'll fight you if you like, honey. For real. Wait, are they a boy? He thinks. Oh dear me. Hey, leave him alone. Long time no see, Satomi. And we have his roommate coming in. Stay away from me, Enkoji. But I've missed you so much. And then we have Yoshiyuki Enkoji, third year sword department, Tanto Jutsu specialization. I want to show you this. Look, we match. Oh? And they're both missing a part of their ear. And we have a reaction in his face. I was mystified why you froze up, just from losing a piece of your ear. Was it really that terrible? I didn't get it, so I tried cutting off my own, and you know what? All I felt was burning, throbbing pleasure. So I still don't get it. Bwahaha. Well, there I go again. Everyone avoids me these days. I thought that if I was ranked first, everyone would want to challenge me. Boring. What? You're ranked first? Well, well. Do you know what I'm truly after? An exhilarating all-out struggle with someone who can really give me a run for my money. Does that intimidate you? I don't expect that I can really meet you at your level, but if you're ranked first, then I'm definitely in. Don't do it. Worried? You could always join him. Ooh, I know. Let's have a 2-on-2 match. A student from my dojo just enrolled as a first year. The two of us could team up. Oh goody, I'm getting excited just thinking about it. You don't want to pass up this opportunity. After all, he came in first at this year's entrance exam. And then we have Neru reacting. Do say yes, and don't make me wait too long. This time I'll really pluck your dragon wings, my darling. Did you hear that, Momo? Yes, way to rope me in without my consent. Oh, did I overstep? No, it's perfect. That guy is the one who took care of Odoi and his gang during the entrance exam. Oh, it was him? In that case, we can't have him further sullying the Yamanami name. Let's do it. A doubles match sounds fun. If you don't want to take part, then I'll just fight him one-on-one. Fight anyone but him. That animal knows no mercy. The other guy in our room. You said he was in the hospital. Was it because of him? Do you avoid fighting matches because you're afraid you'll get injured again? It's not about getting hurt. I used to be on top of the world. I was undefeated. I felt like I could do anything. That's why I agreed to a fight with real steel. It's true that I'm scared. In that moment, the feeling that flooded my entire being was this pitch black thirst for blood. I got so heated up over one ear, I realized something that day. I'm a person who's capable of killing. I don't have the resolve of Nozomiya and Haiba to hold back from killing someone. But you didn't kill anyone. That means you're a real martial artist. If you snap and kill someone, that's just part of the fight. But you were able to stop yourself. That makes you a real martial artist. I should let you know. I checked out the porno books under your bed. You what? Acupuncture, joints, weapons, fighting styles, methodology? Under the porno covers, they were all martial arts books. Let me ask you, right now, Senpai, have you really lost your love of martial arts? What a question. I don't want to lose it. Then let's enter this match. Let's do it. You'll finally be able to move forward. And if it seems like you're going to cross a line, I'll stop you. I'll be there to stop you. Oh, I'm so excited. It's interesting to have Neru going up against the top-ranked finisher from the entrance exam and one of the number ones from one of the aspects of fighting already, but he is teaming up with a strong partner to do so. And again, the series doesn't need to be 1,000 chapters for him to do all these specializations, you know? So it is an interesting quick move, but it's not really like a rush job or anything. So yeah, I'm excited to see how this goes. I'm really excited for more of Neru and his roommate here. Again, with this series, I found it harder than a lot of other new series to get the names down. I feel like they just don't say them as much. So it's become more difficult for me. But yeah, either way, it was a really good chapter. A lot of character stuff in there that I enjoyed. And gonna move on to finish the video out with Blue Box. Finishing out 34 Jump Week, we have Blue Box Chapter 23. Let's just see what we get this chapter. We're starting off with the guy from last time, I think. 23, I'll definitely get it in. Yusa. We're going to root for Team Hyodo in their match. Quit playing with the cut racket strings. Don't act all put out. You could learn a thing or two from watching the upperclassmen play. I already do, he thinks. Besides, it's the match against Haru from Aimei. Should be fun. So how's the match going so far? Still in the first game, it's 16-9. As things stand now, we'll easily win this one. Haru's so close, you know, but he always loses to Hyodo, right? Even though he's got such a good head for the game. If he were at our school, he'd be paired up with Hyodo and could have gone to nationals, and his current partner's a first year. We have almost twice as many points as them. I don't think the difference is actually as big as the points make it look, says Yusa. Huh? They've been playing pretty well. The rallies have been long. They just need one decisive shot. Oh, he returned it. Down the defensive. But Haru's handling things well. Nice one, Taiki. Sure thing. Keep it up. Nice one, Haru. Move your feet. You gotta admit, that first year's keeping up well. He's not very precise, but he always gets them over the net, and Haru bails him out when it's needed. Again, I love this. I kind of wish the whole thing was focused on doubles. Oh, nice one, Haru. That's it. Now's your chance. Attack. And we have a big 2-page spread here. Haru hitting it in. And it just goes foul. Out. 21-16. So close. That's one game lost. Change sides. Don't worry about it. Shake it off. Darn it. And after we'd caught up, I need to be able to nail those. And Haru hits him on the shoulder. Get your head back in the game. We'll take the second game. Right. Oh, that was so close. That was a pretty good smash. If he can nail those in the second game, they might have a chance. And we still have Yusa watching on. Oh? And we're seeing, Taiki's mom. I'm back. Welcome home, Chinatsu. Congratulations on advancing to the finals. Kick butt in the finals tomorrow. I will. I'm making a quick trip to the convenience store. Today, did Taiki... and she smiles. It looks like he lost. Taiki? He's asleep. Telling him he's still only a first year, or that there's always the singles, that wouldn't cheer him up. But I'll definitely get my smashes in, he wrote in his notebook. That's right. He's not a pessimist. Taiki, if you fall asleep there, you'll feel it tomorrow. Okay. Was I just dreaming about Chinatsu-senpai? And I'll definitely make my shots, she wrote in the journal. Even her writing is invigorating. Now listen, Taiki, you'll be facing off against me in the finals, but before that, you have to beat Kyoto in the semifinals. Even if we lost against him in the doubles, it'll be fine. All I have to do is go out there and give it everything I've got to win. Now, to start with the first match, after losing in the doubles, and then having to go up against Kyoto again, I thought he'd be more discouraged. But that's so like Taiki. I want to win. Even if my opponent is top in the nation, I'll stick with it and really sink my teeth in, giving it my all until the very end. I'm sure that's how Chinatsu-senpai is winning too. So, and then in game 21-11, 21-13, Yusa from Sajikawa High wins. Jeez, just getting crushed. I actually really like this though. I like when mangaka aren't afraid to give the main character a big setback. And I feel like this singles competition was like a really big thing that was riding high for Taiki. So I like the idea of giving him a big setback because I think the most growth can come from that kind of thing. So, yeah, this I think was one of the better, again, Blue Box is such a hit and miss series where it's like there are some really good chapters and there are some real stinker chapters. But this is one of the better chapters, I think. I really thought this one was good. Especially, I feel like Blue Box's art, at least at the beginning, was kind of the weaker, maybe even the weakest art to me personally. And again, it's a style thing, so you could think that this style is incredible and not like another style. But for me, I've generally thought the art was like the weakest out of everything I read. But I thought this chapter was really nice. It was really good. It shows just little by little how much growth has occurred from the beginning of the series until now, and you can say that for pretty much any manga. Like, you start out and then eventually you reach the point where you're like, wow, this looks a lot better than it used to, just because not only is it just, practice makes perfect, whatever, the artist is constantly improving, but I think it's also the artist getting their idea of the style down more and more as they go on and finding the identity within the manga. And I really think that Blue Box is getting there compared to like where it started. I think it looks really good this chapter. But yeah, that is it for 34 Jump Week. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Again, we can talk here in the comments about any of these. If you want to talk about any of them on Discord, the server is free and open for anyone. Just ask and I can give you a link to it. You can follow on Twitter and we can talk about them there. Or if you want a link to the Discord server, it's free and open, I just said that. If you want to help support the channel on Patreon, it is patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.